Drew, very good to see you. We're going to dive into the headlines today with a question. How do you know if your advisor is really working for you? And I'm asking because recently a financial advisor in Georgia pleaded guilty to one of the largest Ponzi schemes in the state's history, defrauding more than 2,000 investors out of roughly $380 million. So, what are the key signs that a financial advisor is acting in their client's best interest? And how does the fiduciary standard play into that?
So the big thing to think about when you're going into this, looking at certifications and licensing that your advisor has is a very important thing to look into. Their custodian, who are they using to house these investments, is important. The other big thing is as you're going through this process, it should be about you and about your goals and objectives. Right. So they should be doing things that should move towards that to begin with. And then the advantage of working with a fiduciary is that puts the person on the same side as the table as you. They're not going to be getting paid for extra trades or trying to get extra commissions just by trading your account. Their goal is to have the same objectives as you and move your account forward for both of you.
So in light of this Ponzi scheme, what questions should investors ask when evaluating the credibility and trustworthiness of a prospective advisor?
Yeah. So documentation is very important. I know it's easy to get bogged down in all the paperwork you get on things, but if your person is not willing to send you information on them, information on your custodian, if they're using an RIA, all of that, you should get paperwork and information on all of that. And that would be a red flag at the beginning if they're not giving you that as well. But then just some of the questions that they're asking along the way and what they're doing to build that plan for you, I'm going to keep coming back to it, but it should be a very personal thing to you and not just sound like this is what we do for everybody, cookie cutter kind of thing.
Right. Really good point. So how should an investor interpret promised returns, especially when someone uses the word guaranteed or promotes consistently high returns?
Yeah, so this kind of makes me think of Family Feud a little bit, where the big red X comes up on the screen, you know? So that would be a red flag too. Yeah. You should be able to look at basically a parameter of what your account's probably going to do, good or bad. But guarantees with the stock market and investments, there are no guarantees. So anyone making a guarantee, that should be a red flag. And then promise of a large return on top of that, that's another red flag too, because we don't know what the market's going to do. And there are going to be dips down. So making guarantees seems a little sketchy to me.
Right. So you mentioned transparency. Of course, transparency is crucial. How often should clients expect performance reports and updates?
Yeah, that's a great question, because you should be meeting at least once a year to go over this. Because even though you make a plan in the beginning, how many times in life have we made a plan and been able to fill that out towards the end? You know, changes come, so you should be able to pivot along the way. Right. So that's why you should be meeting at least once a year. But your advisor should also be open if you're wanting to meet more than that. Maybe that's what you're comfortable with, is meeting more. Or maybe something comes up in life and you need to have an emergency meeting with them. So they should be someone that you can get a hold of easily and also easy to make an appointment with and come in and talk about things.
Yeah, right. Yeah, pick up the phone, answer a question, and be comfortable answering that question too, right?
Yep.
So, Drew, if an investor suspects something is off, what are the practical steps they should take immediately to protect their assets and get clarity?
Yeah. So one of the first easy steps is don't be afraid if you want to call the custodian and kind of check in on things to see what's going on. If you have some suspected things, the big thing in all of this is making sure that you don't wait till too late. If you feel something in your gut, like something's up, you need to start checking into it. The other thing is, you know, we get second opinions about all different things. So like doctor diagnoses, treatments, even whenever you have somebody come work on something at your house, if you feel unsettled with what they told you, we get a second opinion. So don't be afraid to take this to somebody else or have somebody else look at this that does this for a living, that understands what's going on, and have them check it for you as well.
Right. Listen to that feeling. That's a really good reminder. And what I'm hearing you say through all of this as well, Drew, is, you got to do your homework ahead of time. That
Yeah.
being said, Drew, if somebody would like your help with this, or if they would like maybe you to provide a second opinion on somebody's
Mhm.
plan, what's the best way to reach you?
So you can reach us by phone here at the office. Our number is 260-488-8300. You can also go to our website, which is millardfg.com, and you can check us out there and see some of the things that make us legit on there as well. Check us out a little bit, but then you can also schedule an appointment from there also.
Great. Drew, thank you.
All right, thanks.